we just might have found our kicker. Might. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk. Right back, like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all feeling? Me, I'm actually ecstatic. We actually got some current Cowboys football news today, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? It's been weeks of just pretty much hypotheticals and, you know what I'm saying, projecting and looking forward to the future. But today we finally got some legitimate roster news. We signed somebody. Now, I know it's just a kicker. I'm pretty sure you saw that before you clicked on the thumbnail. But Brandon Aubrey, if I'm not mistaken, from the USFL, Birmingham, something. I forgot their name. We're looking for consistency. I did what I can digging wise, and it looks like his longest kick of the year, he missed, which isn't great. It was over 50 yards, 50 plus. Everything 49 and in, though, 14 for 14. He went 14 and 15 this past year in the USFL, and that's a pretty good percentage. I think the Cowboys are sacrificing with Brett Maher consistency. No, that's not a sacrifice. They're sacrificing distance for consistency. I don't know if this gentleman is dangerous from 55 back and 60. I don't know. But I think what they want is automatic 49 and in. 50 and in, they want automatic. They want, we get the ball within the 40, that's points. And I can't be mad at that. Special teams is so important. This has been something we've been wondering about because we've had Tristan Vizcaino, if I'm saying his name right. Correct me in the comments if I'm not. And he's been all over the place this offseason to the point where I was like, bring Brett back, bring Brett back home. And I don't even know if that's out because camp is going to tell the story. We're not going to go into the season without a definitive kicker. We haven't. We've heard Mason Crosby kind of mention like, I ain't done. We kicked around the idea of bringing Robbie Gould in. Older kickers that have had genuine success in the league, but they're older. Tristan Vizcaino, I think he played for the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. He just hasn't been consistent throughout. I can't call it training camp, but throughout like OTAs and things like that, which is why we bring in. They've been hinting at this, like the Cowboys might be looking at the USFL kicker or some kicker from the USFL, but today we got the definitive. They signed him. That's dope. That's dope. Like I said, I think you 35 for 35 on PATs, which is important. Missed PATs just take the wind out of your sails when you score a touchdown. 35 for 35, that's consistent. 49 and in, 14 for 14, that's consistent. One miss, 50 and out. I would have to see that one miss, just in case there's any context I'm missing. Maybe he was rushed, maybe the snap was boggled, etc. But if I got a trade, okay, you can hit 260-yarders out of a 17-game season for you might miss 4 or 5 short kicks. If I can trade the 4 or 5 short kicks definitively, you don't miss no short kicks, nothing 50 and in, but we just might not have those 2 deep. I think I'm going to make that trade. Now, I can hear you saying, well, what if one of those wins you a game? You got to handle your business better so you don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? You got to make trades. You got to make sacrifices. It is what it is. So I'm praying that Mr. Aubrey could be the kicker we need, or we're going to be calling Mason or Mason Crosby or Robbie Gould or somebody might call Brett back. We never know. I would love y'all thoughts in the comments on this new kicker. How do you feel? Does it make you feel better? You still kind of like, I need to see him at camp. That's where I'm at. I think I need to just see him at camp before I get too excited. And that's pretty much it. Listen, I just got to touch on something real small, real quick. Ain't going to be a big deal. If you made it this far in the video and you just wanted to hear about the kicker, I get it. But if you want to hear why I defend Dak Prescott so much and why I seem to anger so many people by doing it, stick around. Because it's simple. I don't like bullies. I don't like it. I don't like people getting disrespected that don't warrant the disrespect. Listen, I support Dak Prescott mainly because so many people in the world hate this man and don't have a genuine reason to hate him other than this. If Dak was drafted to any other team, he would be celebrated. Fourth round pick, was not supposed to be here. He wasn't drafted to play for the Cowboys. He was probably drafted to be a camp body. It is what it is. Just a random dart throw of let me get a quarterback. Tony gets hurt, Kellen gets hurt, Dak gets thrown out there and balls out his first year. Everybody didn't want it to happen. They didn't want it to happen. I wasn't on the Dak train at first. That's a fact. I didn't know. I was like, man, I need my quarterback back. I need Romo back out there. I wanted definitive. I wanted to win. I feel like my quarterback was coming back healthy. He got hurt. I ain't know that much about Dak Prescott. But from what I saw, he put in that work. Showed improved 13-3 as a rookie. I had nothing else to say. And then in his first playoff game, this is the thing that a lot of y'all don't acknowledge. Dak Prescott has played phenomenal in the playoffs. But sometimes circumstances don't go your way. He balled out his first playoff game. Went toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers. Yes, he lost. He did. Because our defense wasn't worth nothing. Next playoff game versus Russell Wilson. Balls out, beats him. Right? The next week has another good playoff game. Dak Prescott didn't play bad versus the Rams. No, Dak Prescott showed up, balled out. Our defense allowed them to run for 200 plus yards in the first half. Let me guess, Dak Prescott should have played linebacker too. And D tackle. I know, but horrible playoff performances. This is just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling, the hate that he receives. I've seen Dak Prescott show up multiple times. Multiple times. The other 3 playoff games, because he's 2-4. 2-4. Other 2 losses, 49ers. That's the 4 losses. The other win is a phenomenal playoff game versus Tom Brady and the Bucs. But, like with anything else with Dallas, the rules change after the result. So before the game, it was Dak Prescott and them don't have a chance going against the GOAT. They've never beat the GOAT. They ain't beat Tom Brady ever. And all this extra stuff and all this extra stuff and all this extra stuff. He blows them off the field. Phenomenal victory all around. From the defense, every other player on the team. Everybody played good. It wasn't just Dak. And then it's like, wild cards don't really matter. That's not really the playoffs. Like, it's crazy to me. So I support somebody that if the entire world is against them, something ain't right. They're against Dak Prescott like he be kidnapping people, like he's an evil person, like he robbed banks, like he shoot babies in the face. I don't know what's going on. Like he's not an evil person. Quite the contrary. Walter Payton Man of the Year gets booed at the Super Bowl. You got young people on Twitter saying that there's a quarterback on every roster that's better than Dak Prescott. Every quarterback that suits up for every roster. Like, the disrespect makes me gravitate and want to support him more. Because he puts in that work. 4th round pick, he ain't supposed to be here. He ain't supposed to be breaking the touchdown record for the Cowboys. It's the Cowboys. They said that Dak Prescott couldn't even throw. Dink and Dak. Remember that? Now he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league versus blitz. His touchdown to interception ratio all time is top 10. All time. He's been in the league 8 years, as everyone loves to tell me. So this ain't just like he played 2 years and that's why. 8 years. His touchdown to interception ratio is all-time best. Yeah, he had a bad year with turnovers. And even in that bad year with turnovers, when he was on the field, he still led a top 5 offense when he played. With no weapons, with one receiver. I'm going to defend and stand up for somebody like that. I watched him battle through a broken ankle. His ankle was broken in half. He got no concessions. No one cared that he came back from such a bad injury. He didn't broke his throwing hand. He didn't have a messed up shoulder. He didn't have a calf. He didn't battle through all of that. And all he does is get ridiculed. I'm supporting that. I'm just going to support that. I don't care. I know I go back and forth with people on Twitter look, I'm going to talk trash. You talk trash to me. If you don't like me, the block button is free. Move on. My supporters and followers know I talk ball daily. I'm not here to do all the extra stuff. But what you're not going to do is talk to me crazy and I don't respond. Or you're going to dictate my response. Get that out your mind. I'm going to continue to support Dak Prescott, the most hated player and quarterback in the NFL, because people that hate on him only hate on him because he's wearing that star. Ain't no other way around it. But it is what it is. I'm going to do my job, support my quarterback, the most hated. Let him hate. He's forever my quarterback. Y'all do y'all job and keep hating. It's your boy, Mr. Rome. Holla.